Hello challengers, ChallengerAoE here, and today we have probably my final tower rush that I'm doing with the Incas. It seems that people are getting a lot better these days than when I first started, and I have to seem to go backwards as well. Unfortunately, I have been quite preoccupied with work. And my schedule doesn't really allow me to get out videos as constant as I would have liked. But hopefully I can start getting back onto it now. And again, I'll try for one every 2 weeks at best. So yeah, when I first got Age of Empires Definitive Edition, obviously there was lots of new people to the game, and it was a lot easier to tower rush people because people panicked. I'm still ranked, well, my elo is still over 1,000, which might be a little bit too high for my current skill level, which I think I got onto quite early. To be honest though, I am really happy with the build order that I've made for towers. If you want to see how I got to that build order, check my previous videos. But essentially the tower build is 6 on sheep, you then have 4 on wood, you send out an extra villager to boar, 3 villagers to berries, 1 more villager to get the next boar, and then 2 more created to get the boar under the TC, bloom, feudal, and then you send out 5 villagers to build towers. Some of your villagers from food, more than likely the berries, goes onto stone, and then every villager from the town centre goes onto stone or wood. Until eventually you have a surplus of wood, you should have run out of food by then, and then you start going onto your farms. So this game here, I'm quite pleased with. I follow my build really well. Unfortunately I lose the element of surprise at the start, but as you can see, we'll just slow it down from here, and I might just pause it as well. So I've got my 4 on wood, had all my villagers, pulling some off berries now to bring them back into sheep. I'm seeing my 5 forward. I really probably should have dropped off that food, but you can see, and I'm halfway through to feudal, and Yasilia is still in Dark Age. With 18 vills, I believe Celia's probably got 20. So really, I've only fallen behind now that I've started going to feudal. But things in terms of economy are looking pretty good. In terms of scouting, you know, I've found my stones. I must keep planning it out. I've got all my resources, got my gold here, and I've gone out and I've seen both parts of stone, and I'm preparing for this one. So what I think ended up working out really well in this game, now that I've probably seen everything, I might remove Fog of War. So I've hit feudal, I've already got villagers in queue, I've already come forward, and this is probably, you know, my game's still not clean, it's not the neatest, but I'm still not upset with the amount of work that I'm doing, you know. Everything seems to be coming together nicely for me. I got ahead real early, heaps of time. I probably should have just chucked down my first tower. I realised just going out to that blacksmith is going to see that I've come forward villagers, so I'm eager to get down my first tower, and I've put on his stone, and now I'm trying to lead these villagers away while I'm getting these blacksmith upgrades. So I've already got the armour, but I didn't get forging because I couldn't afford it, and maybe I could have if I'd dropped off this food. I'm just going to remove Viewlock. Yeah, there's heaps of food here that I could have dropped off. So, very fortunate. creating heaps of idle time, getting down my second tower, walling up this tower. He's still in Dark Age. Meanwhile, what's going on? I've got 21 villages against 22. So the game's real close now. See, this is where I should have been watching. That's where I should have sent these 4 forward. And I should have just attacked. I should have been more aggressive here. So it's a good defensive tower. And stops me from getting tower on the gold and on the next wood line. I was hoping to come forward to beat down this tower. Probably should have checked the HP on this house. Meanwhile, let's see. I've given him 5 idols. I've got 0 idols of my own at home. We've got on the berries now. So obviously I'm still not spending any resources. It's obviously slow to get food from berries, but it's not bad. Still on wood, stone, and idle TC. I idled it because I wanted to try and get fletching from my towers, because I thought this tower might be ongoing. He's on stone now as well. A little bit of bad micro on my vehicles, but 1-for-1 trade wasn't that bad. Oh no, I lost one there as well, so it was 2 for 1. And trying to sneak out this way as well. So I'm creating lots of idle time. Idols on this tower, idols on his berries, idols on this tower. So it's not going bad. Like, things are looking good for me. Because that, but obviously the points are otherwise. I think it's just the kills that he's gotten. I've got villagers still on the go. I've still all those berries there. I'm sending out villagers to wood now, so I get extra wood for farms when I need it. And trying to get these kills. Again, poor form. This tower should have killed this, but I wasn't paying attention. Just a stray arrow every now and again hitting him. So he's certainly halted my towers on this side. Meanwhile, back at home again. Villagers out to wood, heaps of wood coming in. This is probably where I should have taken the villages off stone, gone on to gold, and I'm housed. So 25 vills for me, 27 from my opponent, 5 idols for him, 3 for me. So these 3 villages are getting a fair bit of value out of these 5 villages at the garrison in here. So things aren't looking too bad. And so the thing I've been focusing on, again, a bit of idle time now, but the thing I've been focusing on, I'm just going to stick V-Lock back on, is that transition. So I've done the towers. Honestly, I think I would have, if I'd stopped focusing on towers a little bit earlier and gone straight into farms, then I would have had less dramas later in the game, as you'll see. And because I've still got those villages on stone, I really don't need it. So I've got 1 tower left, and I'm thinking, hey, I might just house up his stone. I don't think that really lasts as long, however. And as you can see, I'm just at home, walling up now, protecting my eco, and I'm just going to go full burn. So, once again, to see my build order, feel free to watch the other videos. Again, it's more of a process of me trying to figure out how. This is very unfortunate. I'm just going to go Fog of War. Here you could see the villagers running past here, right here. And again, microing things that don't really matter over here. My forward's now dead, and he can use that one scout, 2 scouts to take down that tower. So things are balanced out now. Moving bit like a Fog of War. So he's now getting down that eco, he's got that TC on the go, and I'm heading up to Castle Age. Now this is where I thought I was going to win the game. I'm hitting Castle Age, I'm getting in my techs, because again I'm thinking maybe going Eagles or Camux. And so my scores really dipped so much just because I was going Castle. 3/4 of the way there, I got all my food on the go, all my woodcutters on the go, and he's come forward with his scouts, which is really annoying. But you know, I've got the upgrades on my villages, so I harm no foul. So getting down 2 TCs now. So I have 3 TC village production, excess stone, chucking down a castle on the hill there, hoping to protect my gold and farms from this side, and I'm walled up on the front now. Just come forward with a forward castle with no military. I have no military at the same time as well though, so could have been very different if I'd spotted this earlier. So now he's got that castle up in front of my base, and you can see he's getting all his upgrades in for the light cav. Meanwhile, I'm creating a perfect counter for Camux. This castle's come up, so I'm getting down my siege workshop and trying to ramp that down. I see this light cav there, and I figured that means we're a whole bunch there, so I was just going to wall it up completely with houses. And he's doing the right thing, he's coming around. He's going to try and start raiding Miko with his light cav, which is incredibly annoying. And he's gone for Mangadai. So I've got a counter for his light cav, the kind of a counter for his Mangadai, but they've got the range, so it's frustrating. Good reaction here though. Lost one villager on the gold, and that's it. Meanwhile, I've got 3 TCs and 1 villager. Probably should work on that. I've got oversaturation of gold there because it's pulled me off this gold, and it's making me wish that I'd scouted my map a lot better. Probably should have finished my wall as well, and you'll figure out why when he starts coming in with the raids. So right now it's been all the forward stables, and this is where the game starts getting away from me. At home, untouched, got 2 TCs and 1 4 TCs, so we've got 3 TCs as well. I've now come forward, really clean up his numbers there. Unfortunately I didn't have anyone protecting my rams. And he's sending all the villagers forward. Because again, he's trying to get that Mangadai production. But obviously the important thing here, and the thing that we're focusing on, is, you know, my transition. So I've transitioned. I've got, you know, 1 town centre gun taken with him. Another one's coming out with Vils. Unfortunately, the other one's not doing anything. And he's coming in with the raids, and he's doing some absolute work. So I was not ready for this. Fortunately, he stops raiding because that's creating lots of idle time. Everyone goes back to work, and again, I'm focusing on. Just running around the back. I'm focusing on now raiding myself and getting Camux and rams. Probably should wait for the Camux to get closer because he does some absolute damage. I could have stopped some of that. Unfortunately, awful parking on that ram. Losing lots of troops there. And obviously, Mangadai getting that bonus against Siege as well. So they just cleaned that up. And again, he's still coming with the raids. So I've tried to come forward with some raids of my own, but fortunately I think they're just the scout, Eagle Warriors, Eagle Scout, yeah, so I don't really have the strength. And again, he's coming in over here, very unfortunate timing, because I've kind of had to try and get down into the town centre. I destroyed it, hopefully pretty good shot off, just trying to save some of those resources, but at the front, I've realised I'm Imperial, I can start trapping this down. I've got these castles to protect my trebs. I've finally trebbed that down, and now he's lost Vanguard production. So things are looking good now, and I've started coming back. These scouts though, Vanguard, sorry, is doing a lot of raiding. It's been really active in my economy. And I'm just trying to send my chemicals around. And now I'm using this as my forward. Slowly, it's doing more damage to the back. I'm focusing down here. Trebbing down his base now. Again, he doesn't have that castle. So I'm just trying to focus on getting forward, moving forward bit by bit, getting to his economy. So things are looking pretty dicey for him now. I've got the counter to his units, and he's just still producing. See, now I've realised I need to start taking these out. But my economy balance is awful. I've got wood and gold. I need food, so I should have been transitioning to farms. You know, all my economy's being hit. I haven't paying attention. Back out to the gold, and he's just trying to focus down the light card. Meanwhile, he's finally got a castle back at home. Putting down these archery ranges, saturated economy. See, this is what I don't see. For me, I thought he was in a much better position, but you know, I've got the military. If I just came straight over here, started trapping down that castle, which I did, I just protect it. I've lost so many units to that, unfortunately. He's able to snipe down trebs, which is frustrating. So this is where I probably should have mixed in some other units. So really, the points don't really say what's going on here. You know, let's just pause there. So I've got 65 vils, which isn't fantastic, against 94 vils. So already the economy difference is huge. Alright, how's my military? He's got 8 cavalry archers, and I've got 27 infantry. Really could have used that a lot better. You know, I could have started coming around hidden from a different side, just kind of avoided that castle altogether. Because look at all this. Plus, I've got these 3 barracks that aren't doing anything. I really should have started sending units down here and hitting the sides of his base, trying to get into this eco and raiding. But again, I didn't. So, missed opportunity. I'm just going to go back to fast forward. Again, he's healing up his units, nice. I've sent my units around to the side. And I'm going to try and hit the side of his economy. Sorry, let's go back. Because my hope is he would come forward, and when he's come forward, that's when I'd come in and kill. But his units were still in his base, unfortunately. So, again, lots of good kills here. And I'm just leaving now. Unfortunately, these aren't very good hit and run units. See, this is where I should have been using these eagles. I should have sent them forward straight away, started hitting. Look at that, he just cleaned them up. But did a fair bit of work in here, which is good. 75 to 91, so I'm slowly bringing it back. Eco balance, Awful. 5 woodcutters. When have you ever seen that in a game? And I can't get wood anymore. I'm pretty sure I just abused the hell out of the market now. And once again, the grades start coming in. If I'd built a house there, and I would have been clean on that side, it would have come through the barracks. And he's broken in, you know, he's idling economy, he's absolutely pumping out stables. At home he's looking strong, kind of waiting for me to come back in again. I've got 36 Eagle Warriors here that I just throw away. Cleaned up his flight cav. Thrown these troops away. Look, the value they got was minimal. Imagine if I waited for them to go forward and then we just base traded. Would have been far better. Because at least I've got all these castles, I've got these town centres. It's really spread out, so it's hard for me to hit lots of things at once. And he's come out here, he's waiting on the hill. So I'm trying to reboom. Let's look at my initial town, those look pretty messy. I'm finally getting onto wood. I'm only sending villagers to wood now. Trying to get that balance back. But my military now, let's just have a look. 18 military. Meanwhile, look at this. Absolute death ball. He's changed an angle of attack. And I've got 18 infantry. What are you going to do? They've all died. I've called the GG. And that's it there. Replay done. Absolutely amazing game up until the point that I just get absolutely atrocious. Look, I have food, I have wood. So what does that mean? I should have gone skirmisher. If I had skirmishers for this, I could have had fight for this. Maybe I could have spent some of those extra resources actually walling up, using my stone to wall up. But I should have been far more aggressive. You know, he at one point had no military. I had all the military. I had eagles left. He had all these exposed villages on the sides. I should have come down and hit it. You know, I had groups of 36 eagles, and I came down here and they literally all died in here. My Kamyuks all died in here. I just had no response to those man guy. It was amassing them. Even if he had one castle, it was amassing them far quicker than I could do anything else. So really, for me, it was a bad game. But in terms of the tower build and turn transition, the transition was awesome, and I got no issues with the towers. My only drama was I didn't have forging when I needed it most at the start. Other than that though, this will probably be my last Dinka Tower build for a while. I'm really happy with the build order that I've created, but I'm now thinking that I want greater aggression feudal age, so I want more all-in feudal aggression, so that's probably where we're going to focus on the next few videos. For now though, if you guys have any pointers on what I've done wrong here, or want to point me in the right direction, let me know in the comments. If you've made any maps, send them to ChallengerAoE@gmail.com. So I've kind of just realised that I didn't go through the achievements, so just briefly, I'm going to go through the stats. I got absolutely smashed here. Economy got absolutely smashed. I mean, the villagers will tell you why, but a 9-minute 43-second feudal was pretty quick. 26 castle, I mean, that's not bad, but my times all really quick, and I did that behind the tower rush, so that's obviously what I'm going for, so I'm really happy with that. 87 villages, a bit low, but hey, we're working on it. And here you can see, you know, when I was peaking military and he had none, that's when I should have been acting, and I wasn't. Even here, you know, I've got all this military and I did nothing with it, so I really need to work on my military now. But terms of multitasking, I think I'm doing a lot better. Alright, catch you guys later.